Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to S-Cube Radio. Today we will be covering sleep issues, insomnia, and sleep apnea. According to the studies made by many organizations, 1/3 of the population is suffering with some kind of sleep issues, whether it be insomnia, sleep apnea, or nightmares. Insomnia can be not able to fall asleep or maintain the good sleep, or not able to go back to the sleep after you get up in the late in the night, and sleep apnea, breathing issues, and for that, as a remedy, many of us take teas, different kinds of teas, or alcohol, or some medicine. Let us find out from the Menpa Phuntsog Wangmo what exactly are these issues, where are they coming, what are these remedies, whatever we are taking are the right things to solve the insomnia issues. So from the Tibetan medicine perspective, what is insomnia and what are the remedies for this insomnia or sleep apnea? Let's find out from the Menpa Phuntsog Wangmo. Phuntsog Wangmo has been practicing Tibetan medicine for more than 25 years. She got a professional medicine degree from University of Lhasa in China, or Tibetan China. This particular profession is a licensed profession in China, Tibet, and in India. I mean, we call them as doctors in China and in India. And she has been practicing it, and she has been teaching Tibetan medicine under Institute of Shangsheng for more than 10 years. So if anybody is interested, they can go to the institute, website, and find more details about that medicine program offered by Dr. Phuntsog Wangmo. So welcome to the show, Menpa, Dr. Phuntsog Wangmo.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. So we would like to, I know you've been, before we start, I would like to say one more thing. The objective of this show is to bring awareness about the topics we choose every week. This week has been like insomnia and sleep apnea, and also bring awareness about the Tibetan medicine. So we are not providing any treatment, or we are only giving an opinion from Dr. Phuntsog Wangmo. If anybody wants a specific treatment, they can privately approach Dr. Phuntsog Wangmo or approach your own physicians. Thank you. Welcome to the show, Dr. Phuntsog Wangmo. How are you today?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you.
So today we'd like to cover insomnia or sleep issues and sleep apnea. So before we get into the topic, we want to understand why do we need to sleep? What is the importance of the sleep? What happens to the body when we sleep?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think why we need to sleep, and then what is the sleep means to the body. I think it's a very good questions, because many people, some reason we're not able to manage to go to sleep on time, and then that we could not get the sleep, like enough sleep in the night time. Then daytimes we are tired, and then mind is not able to concentrate, so on and so forth. So I think that to understanding importance of the sleep to the health, I think it's a very good question. So when we're looking to a cell phone, so today we all have cell phones. After used certain hours, and then we need to charge the batteries. Same as like that way, after we used certain hours of our energy, we need to recharge the energies to move. So during the sleep time, and a lot of the body energy is to restraint, and then meantime also a lot of body toxic thing is to like clarifying the toxic things. special that the digestive systems and breathing, all those also like detoxifying during the night sleeping time. So it is very important to the health.
Gotcha. So you mean to say, body kind of detoxifies while you sleep. So if you don't sleep, the detoxification doesn't happen.
Yes, when we not sleep, then the detoxification is not happening. And in the meantime, also body did not charge enough the energies. So then the next day we don't have enough energy. If we continue this kind of certain length of the time, like years and years, then and we burn out, then we could not manage to do things. And then in the meantime, also then sleep became like habit. So then even we try to go to sleep on time, even we have time to sleep, but then we cannot sleep. So then became sort of like habits.
Oh, gotcha. And I also heard that, this sleep has something to do with our nervous system when we sleep. Does it do anything with the nervous system too?
Yes, we say is like the during the sleep time to detoxifying all the body toxic things, and in the meantime to restrain the body energies. Energy is there is one energy we call is like the lung element or the wind element, and then the 5 element is sort of like simple 5 element restraints. And then that helps to also restrain the nerve. And then another one also, when we sleep, when we relax in time, and then all the body system is sort of like shut down, like sleeping, sort of like relaxing. That also helps to relax for the brain and to have the good rest. So that helps to restrain the nerve system. Sleep is very important for nerve, which means it's then for the brain.
Gotcha. Okay. That's very nice. Thank you very much for the inputs on the importance of the sleep for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And what are the main causes for the insomnia? Few people say it can be the stress or it can be underlying diseases. What is the main cause for the insomnia?
When we're looking like at the conditions not able to sleep, I think there is a several cause or condition things. Yes, stress could be one of them. Health problem is one of them. And then emotional is another one problems. And the diet is another one. And behave is another one. So there is like the several conditions not able to sleep properly to get into like insomnias. But when we get the result and then not able to sleep, what happened into the body, they developed a lot of like a light element, light energies, which is like more like wind element or the fire element. So any kind of like the body is very light, not able to grounding the energies. So the energy is sort of like a flying, sort of like very light on the sky, sort of like. So that's then cause of that, even as night comes, even as late evening, you're not able to fall asleep. So you need to take pills, medications to help to fall asleep. So that's mainly is that the nerve system not able to relax.
Okay. Some people say that, if you have a heart disease or a respiratory, issues, that's another thing which will trigger the insomnia. Is there any relationship between those heart and respiratory issues to the insomnia?
Yes. When we're looking, we could say like the one physical issue and the one energy issues. Or we can say is one like indirect connected and the one direct connected. Indirect connected is more like health. Indirect is more like you behave. Or one like health problems, one energy problems. So we can look in many different ways. They're not able to sleep. An example when we say is like if you have like the heart disease, and then when we look at the heart disease, there's many different cause of the heart disease, many different symptoms of the heart disease. One of the heart disease which Tibetan medicine we call is Yin Lung, or sometimes also we call it a Sok Lung, which means is like access lung disturbed the heart issue. So then this kind of case is that they're not able to relaxing, like access extremely moving, extremely sort of like charging. Then this case is always like nervous, not able to relax, always sort of like the main problem is like a nervousness. So then this one, it's yes, as you said, also we could put under the category of the heart issues. But what happened, real sort of like root of the problem is that in our body, the wind element or the fire element, one of those elements is arising all the access, which means is all the body energy is access. Sometimes people think is we have enough and very good energy, looks like it's positive, but sometimes it's not positive. The reason is the short period of time maybe is you feel it's good, but then go certain length of the time, then it's not good, because when you are young, have good energy is good, but then when you get a certain age or certain circumstance, then you fell out all your health problems.
Okay. I mean, and with the these are the health, I mean, directly the health and insomnia relationship. What are the indirect effects on the insomnia, like indirect causes for the insomnia? One is maybe it's stress in the daily life. We can see that one. What any other causes people may have, I mean, for the insomnia, indirect causes?
Indirect cause of the insomnia is, yes, as we said, like stress is one, then is like depressions, long-term sort of like sadness, and then also you stay with a diet without eating any nutrition food long time. Another one also you're being into a conditions very scaring, or the very sort of like unpleasant condition long time, or you always being sort of like the conditions of unsafe. So all those also can cause the insomnias, which means is all those equally arising the lung and then make sort of like the emotional energy effects, and that can cause is insomnia.
So what are the remedies? I mean, Tibetan medicine can provide for the insomnia. Is there any one specific treatment, or do you have multiple treatments, or how does the Tibetan medicine treat this insomnia condition?
Yes, in the Tibetan medicine comes to the treat or comes to the remedy, there is a several way we can sort of like treat. But the first thing, as we said before, we try to put into like the two main categories, which element or which energy is more sort of like disturbed. An example, like more like a fire element conditioned, or the water element or the wind element more conditioned. So simply is more like a hard nature problem or the cold nature problems. Based on that, we have then is like that the two main therapies. And there's some of them, it's like when we're talking like the medicines, we have many different kinds, like the formulas, but it is simply when we're looking like a diet, treat through the diet. Some of them is when we drink wine helps, but some of them when we drink wine, it makes it worse. What that telling us, if your insomnia getting better when you drink good quality of the right wine, that means is your insomnia, sleeping problem is connected to the cold nature or the access wind element, which means is totally is connected to the nerve. Another one, if you drink wine, your sleep getting worse. That means is your sleeping problem is not problems of the wind element. Your sleeping problem is mainly the fire element, which mainly connect to the heart. So there is two sort of like the main distinguish. Once we're able to identify it, then, as we said before, we have many different types of herbs, and also we have like a diet and the behave, and also external therapies. So in terms of the diet or the remedy through the simple diet thing is like one is works with wine, the other does not work with wine. And then if someone does not work with wine, and then we can drink or we can use the milk. So these two is like that the using that the milk is for the wind element, and then using the wine for the
water.
For the wind element, and then to using the milk is more sort of like for the typical conditions. But when we go to using this, how we can know this is like a fire element or this is just like a wind element? The fire element, which we say is in the body, access like the heat conditions. And then this kind of, you cannot sleep. And then tendency also you have angers. You're not able to sleep, plus is you underneath you have like angers. And then also your anger is like a persistent anger, and sometimes also like an aggressive anger. That means is in your body, the fire element is access. So cause of that, you're not able to sleep. In case this kind of things happened, yes, you can use the milk, half glass of the milk, half glass of water boiled together. Inside the milk, you can put like a nutmeg and then cloves. So you can put like the quarter teaspoon of nutmeg and quarter teaspoon of the powders of the cloves. So to mix together, then quarter teaspoon. So this kind of the milk thing is good for the tiba, which we call it tiba, which is an access fire element simply. But the other one works with the wine. You can get like good qualities of the wine or like cognac, and also like Japanese, like the sake, so those kind of. The best one is made out of the grain, also is good. And then you heat up a little bit, and then you can drink that way. The maximum, the proportion is 3 tablespoons. If you drink more than 3 tablespoons, then may not is the medicine. But this also you can preparing sort of like very nicely. You can put like the ghee, melt the ghee. Inside the melted ghee, then you put the alcohol, whatever that the cognac, like 3 tablespoons maximum. And you can put 1 teaspoon or maximum 1 tablespoon of molasses. and then this mix together, and then you drink when there is warm, not too hot, but it's warm. This is very good for the insomnia due to the wind element or due to the cold nature. And also this is very good for to restrain the nerve due to the wind element. So we're using this lot for the rejuvenations for the senior ages. Other than that one, just to work for the neutral, if we don't know what is the problem, then evening you just make a tea with the cardamom, little bit of cardamom, little bit of nutmeg, little bit of cloves. These three mixed together, and then you make a tea, and then you drink that. So maximum all three together is quarter teaspoon powder. You put it into the water boiled, and then later you put something little sweet. Honey is good, molasses would be the best. Then this kind of tea is good for the insomnia due to the lung, which we call is the wind element, or due to the fire element, which is that access conditions in the body, heat or the cold, both case is good. Another one also like the external therapy, like oil massage. Oil massage is the both case is very good. So you can do the massage of entire body, but special is the feet massage, like the reflexology, sort of like this kind of feet massage is very good because feet is one of the best points for the insomnia we say reducing the wind element to relaxing. So you can using the certain point on the feet massage and also head massage. Yes, feet massage, head massage, or also hand massage. So this kind of simple is like oil therapy, oil massage treatment is very effective. Another one is is breathing exercise. Before go to sleep, you try to deep inhale the breathing, deep exhale breathing. Meantime, you try to concentrate on your breath, counting like exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And then that one help to the breathing, like detoxifying the breath, calm down. And then the other hand also this one like the mindfulness, so like your mind is concentrate on your breath, and then that is slowly like the body mind energy all like calm down. That also is very effective help to sleep. So all those kind of you can do. And in the meantime also you can change also the diet. So all this kind of way then can help.
So you mentioned, multiple ways to treat the insomnia. It can be based on the lung issue, specific, one type of treatment, it can be wine or milk, or teas made of cardamom, nutmeg, and cloves. And you mentioned multiple ways to treat the insomnia and also the breathing exercise. And I heard, there are the meditation is another thing which will help in managing your insomnia, sleep issues. Is there any relationship between meditation and the sleep, helping the sleeping people, helping people to sleep?
Yes, it's all together is try to calm down the mind, calm down the energies. Because when we do the meditation we can do, the meditation is also another one is big topic. We can do like the meditation, like they call the mindfulness. So this kind of when we do the meditation, one of the simple way to do is like when you inhale, exhale, you count the breath. And then what we do is like the breathing deeply, inhaling, exhaling. you concentrate on the breath, and then the breath help to relax the body. Mind focus on the breath, so that the breathing is like energy. So the breathing take like a bridge to help relaxing the body and the mind. So, and then that sort of like the help to both calm down. So then that help to sleep.
Gotcha. Okay. And coming back to the, you said, I mean, diet is also affects your sleeping habit. I mean, how you sleep. So what kind of diet, I mean, we should avoid, and what kind of diet we should take to have a healthy sleep?
Yes, oh good. Yeah, the diet in general, when we're looking like a diet in Tibetan medicine, we call is chowa. So chowa means is like a survive. In order to survive, in order to maintain the 5-element body, we need to eat, or we need to take the 5-element food into the body to restrain, to regenerate the body element. But sometimes when we eating or drinking those food, also instead of the help, also harms to our body and our life. So if you have like insomnia is, as we said, the reason of the insomnia is not able to sleep certain length of the time. So that is insomnia, like a habit of not able to sleep. To cause of that could be also your food or drink. An example, if you drink too much alcohol, some people not able to sleep. Some people, yes, able to sleep, but some people is not. Many people now is, if you drink coffee, then you're not able to sleep. Many people, yes, if you drink tea late afternoon, you're not able to sleep. So that means is that any kind of the food which has the nature, light, sharp, rough, is that causing to not able to sleep. So for that reason, you need to eat the certain food which has the quality is warm, oily, nutritions, and also slightly so heavy. So then that able to sleep. So maybe when I say it's like a rough nature of the food, and then sharp natures of the food, and the light natures of the food, so may not is easy. Some people get idea, but it's like when we're looking like alcohol is like sharp. Any kind of like a hot, like a chili pepper, so those kind of like the taste is sharp. Any kind of like the bitter taste, like a arugula, dandelion, so those kind of, or the tea, coffee is rough.
Okay.
And also like light. So this kind of food, when you drink like sharp, like the chili pepper, eat like chili pepper, or to drink like alcohol, or you drink or eat something that the rough nature, like tea, coffee, drink or eat like the bitter taste food, that can cause in sort of like building in the body a lot of like the rough light nature, so not able to concentrate or calm down. Your mind is very scattered. You're not able to relaxing, so that also they call it like restless problems. So in this case, what we can do is eat something, that food which has the nature like oily, warm, slightly heavy, which means is when we're looking like the sweet taste is heavy. Sweet taste means is all the original dairy product is sweet. Meat product is sweet. Grain product is sweet. So those kind of like the sweet product is good for the sleep, like they're the heavy nature. And then when we're talking like oily means is like when we're looking like meat, like lamb, those kind of like the oily. And in general, all the meat is oily, but also like lamb. And when we're looking like the spices like cardamom, nutmeg, those also oily. So those kind of food is good. And when we're talking like warm nature means is like the any kind of like the food which has the sour or the salty taste, fermented food. So those kind of food is good to help to falling asleep. But that does not mean is again you should eat a lot of like the dairy product or lot of like a salty sour taste. That this we are not talking. But based on your own circumstance, then you try to eat those kind of food. As we said before, like a cardamoms, nutmeg, clove is good for the sleep. Like a nutmeg is one of the best herbs for the heart issues and also nerve. And then also is very good for the lung, the wind element systems. And the cardamom is one of the best herbs for the warm nature, for the indigestions, and to restoring the body heat, like metabolic systems. And then clove is one of the best medicines to work with the nerve, particularly in the heart, nerves which connect to the heart to restoring. So all those kind of spices is good put into the food or making tea to help to able to sleep. And then I really sort of like when I'm looking the people who cannot sleep, so people who cannot sleep is now and more. So it's a huge number of people not able to sleep. So I really wish each of those people try to get some oil massage therapies. If you do not have access to go outside to get a professional like a massage therapy, it's okay. You stay home. You try to put your feet into warm water, like take a like the water bath to your feet. You take one basket of the water, hot water, put 1 tablespoon of salt, 1/2 glass of milk into the water. So that also helps the natures of the water is more oily and warmer. You put the feet inside the water, dry, and then stay in the water like 10 to 15 minutes, whatever you wanted. Take out of the water, dry with a towel, then put sesame oils on your feet, and then do a little massage. And that really helps. You can do massage on your feet. You can massage on your hand by yourself. So all those kind of is really very effective. And then if those none of them help, then yes, it's good to take some pills. But really, this I will hope people more like using more like natural things.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi. Yeah. Hi. Can you hear me? Good morning.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So I have a question. So can I ask?
Yes.
Can you tell your name, ma'am, first, please, if you don't mind?
Yeah. My name is Rajni.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question is, I have this habit of overthinking too much, which gives me a lot of stress. I mean, a lot of stress. So this overthinking, I mean, if in a day a small incident or anything happens, so I overthink it like a lot. So
Mhm.
which gives me a lot of stress. So can you give me, can you help me with this? How can I overcome this thing?
Yes. So yes. That's sort of like the overthinking, even is a very small issue, but if for you it's big things and you're thinking that a lot, worries a lot, that means it's also like that in your body, the wind element, which we call as wind element, which is that the energy or the prana is imbalanced. So the number one, we need to make the balance of that. In order to make the balance, your prana, or the which we call is wind, or the Chinese call is the qi. So if we need to balance that, again, is you can use the diet, behave, and also supplements, and then some also like the external therapies. The terms of the diet, it would be good if you eat sort of like more like the meat products, grains. In case if you are vegetarian, then also it's good like the cheese. Try to use less like the lentils, legumes. The kidney bean is slightly different. We say there's proteins, but it's like the small lentils, like the dal. Those kind of is not so good. In the meantime, also try less drink tea or coffee, and also try to eat less like salad. Try to
less salads.
Yeah, try to eat more like cooked food. When you're cooking food, you try to put more like nutmeg and cloves in the food.
Okay.
And then the second, that the behave part is, yes, you need to do the breathing exercise, like a mind, sort of like breathing exercise, like the prana. Try to restrain the harmonized breathing. And in the meantime, also you try to do more like a mindfulness meditations. And then the time is the best to do those kind of like early morning when you wake up, or the late evening before go to sleep.
Okay, these exercises?
Yeah, exercise with a breathing exercise.
Okay.
And as I said before, you try to do the feet massage in the evening before go to sleep.
Okay.
So you can put the like sesame oil. That is good. And also general oil therapy is good. So you try to do all those kind of things. And then special, you try to use the nutmeg and then cloves. You can put into the food. You can make tea out of those things. And then the beginning, you could use is like a half teaspoons a day, together half teaspoons a day.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then another one also, you need to go to sleep early. The best time to go to sleep is by the 9:30 to 10:30 is the best time to go to sleep. Because outside that the element, nature of the outer element is changing, and then if you try to go to sleep, so the outer nature changing, inner nature also changing. That time, if you try to go to sleep, that's much easy to fall in sleep. Then if you go to like 11:30 to 12:30, likely you will succeed, but not that easy. Then after 12:30 to the 2:30, this kind of then almost impossible till 3:30. So this kind of also like a time go to sleep is very important, because it's the outside, like the 24 hours time changing time. Also inside our body, our energy also changing.
Okay. Okay. Also, one more thing I would like to ask. Can you help me with this? I also have this thing with if anything happens, so the first thing that comes into my mind is negative instead of positive. So if a certain thing happens, the first thing that comes into my mind is immediate negative thought. So how do I cut it off? I mean, I want to feel, I try to be positive all the time. Yeah. But the
yeah,
first
I
thing
hear
is
you.
negativity. So how do I get over this?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. So this one I think means is you lost a little bit your own like the trust yourself.
Oh, okay.
So this one is sort of like a trust yourself that
Mm-hmm.
so you need to trust yourself, sort of like the confident yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
then to do that also, there also in our body, there also certain element could be is a lack of that. So
Mm-hmm.
in our body, like immune system, maybe the Western medicine talking more like immune systems. In the Tibetan medicine, we talk it that Ndang, there's one energies in the body. So
Mm-hmm.
the Ndang is like a weak time, and then we lost self-confidence. Self-confidence lost time, and then everything comes. First idea is like a negative. Someone attacking us, I'm not good enough, I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not capable enough.
Mm-hmm.
All those kind of like fear comes first. So that means is like that based on that then is we get a lot of like negative things. So this one is mainly the lack of um, the energies in our body and the lack of the confidence, self-confidence, like trust yourself.
Okay,
So
no, actually this thing I have, but the thing is the other things, like if I'm
mhm,
talking to a
yeah,
relative or if I'm talking
mhm,
to a
yeah,
friend, so I
mhm,
have this thing that something wrong might happen. So this
mhm,
negativity I'm talking. Otherwise confidence, so I that self-confidence and all those things I have, but the thing is
mhm,
the negative thing that I'm talking about here is like if I'm talking to someone, so if I'm laughing too much. So if I'm in a situation and I'm with friends and I'm smiling too much, I'm laughing too much. So I have this feeling that, oh, I'm laughing this much. So I don't know, something bad might happen.
mhm. So,
This kind of feeling I get.
so you say you are laughing a lot or you are not laughing a lot?
No, I laugh like if sometime I'm sitting with my friends and I laugh a lot. And
Mhm,
there I'm hanging out, I'm chilling with them, and I'm laughing a lot. I'm laughing a lot. I'm smiling. I'm enjoying. I'm having fun. So at that time, I get this feeling that, oh my God, I'm enjoying too much. What if something bad might happen?
ah, okay,
Yeah,
then you
this kind of
worry
thing.
maybe
If I'm
something
talking to
bad
my
things
friend,
may happen.
yes, if something bad might happen, or what if something happens to my friend or my relative or this and that, and these kind of things get into my mind. So how do I deal with them?
Okay, so I think this one is the again I think is one of them is that the lack of the certain like that the confidence is not yourself only but is also to the your families because is the nature of the life is impermanent, no?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right, 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 right.
the first thing you try to understand is sort of like okay, nature of the life is impermanent.
Yeah.
Tomorrow comes first or the next life comes first, it's we don't know which one comes first. For that reason,
Mm-hmm.
it's understanding every day daily base like that to remember the impermanent is a very important one. As I'm doing like medicine work in the last like 30 years, I really understand is how important to remember daily base like impermanence.
Mm-hmm.
And the impermanence remember that helps to relationship with the people, generosity with the people, tolerance with the certain circumstance. That really helps a lot. So this is one thing important. And then not only remember that the impermanence, but is in case that tomorrow happens, what I can do something not regret. This is
Okay.
another one important. Sooner or later, in
Mm-hmm.
the Tibetan Buddhism, they said it is Senemita Tsundu Dromboda. So our life is looks like is being together into a business like the market. When we go to the
Okay.
daytime to the market, there's a lot of people. Then by the evening, no one there. Everybody went home somewhere.
Mhm.
This
Mhm.
is like our life.
Mhm.
Then today is together, but sooner or later we will depart different way.
Okay.
But then we don't know when is that. For that reason,
Mhm.
today, once we together, we try to tolerate to their circumstance, understanding the other circumstance, respect to the others, and be
Okay.
kind, generous, and a good heart, not only our relatives, but also
Mm.
our neighbors, our, you know, in a general society. So this, I think, is important.
Okay. 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 I
Thank you
got your
very
point.
much.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Thank you so much.
you're
Yeah.
No
welcome.
Thank you for your help
problem.
and thank you for your answers. It was
Thank
lovely
you.
talking to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Doctor, going back to again, this is a good topic on the stress and stress management and fear management. That's a good philosophical way of managing the stress, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back to the sleep, I mean, we were talking about the sleep and sleep insomnia. There are few people. I mean, we sleep for a long time, but I mean, it is not a good sleep or a sound sleep. I mean, even after having a 7 hours of sleep, some people feel that they are still lazy and not able to not be productive in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about those that condition?
Yes, I think it's which we call is like the length of the sleep time is like good, but is the qualities of the sleep is not good.
Yeah.
So like again, sort of like if we go to sleep around like 9:30 by the 9:30 to the 10:30, and then that time in the externally in the environment or in outer nature is more sort of like predominated by the earth element, which means is developing heavy, calm, stable. If we go to sleep at that time, in our body also developing more like this, the earth element, we easy to fall in sleep, and then not only fall in sleep, but outer nature and inner nature together. So we relaxing, and then the quality is better. And then if we sleep sort of like later than that, and then even if we sleep like many hours, but its quality is different because it's after 11:30, close to 12, and the fire element predominates is arising. Outside is arising, inside also arising. After the fire element and then the wind element, predominance element, energy is coming. So that those time is like even we try to sleep, even though we are sleeping, but the light, rough, sharp nature is outside and inside. So our qualities of the sleep is different. For that reason is we say is like go to sleep like 9:30 to 10:30 and then try to sleep. So if we do that, then is first like the earth element predominance comes, and then later the fire comes, fire heating the earth, and then to get sort of like warm, heavy, and sleep more deeper. That deeper sleep when we get early morning, like around like 3 a.m. this kind of like the 2:30 to the 4:30 this period of time when the wind element are rising time, still sort of like that slowly gradually we are working up, but it is still we have enough sort of like that the oily, and then like that the nature like heavy and oily. So then we will work up like around 5:30, around like 5. Then we have like very fresh. If not, then we work up like 8 a.m. sort of like then we have the length good enough, but its quality is different. So this is also like a whole explanations of the how the outer energy and the inner energy moves together So this is, I think, that a lot of things we do with the qualities of the sleep. Another one is if you have like a weak kidney, or you have like a frequent urinations, or if you have like a prostate problems, or you have diabetes issues, then you need to go to multi times to the pee, like urinate, and then that also causing is your sleep is not smooth. And then another one, of course, if you have stress and then you have like difficult dreams in the night and then like nightmare, and then also you're not able to sleep. So as there are several causing is that affecting qualities of the sleep, but one of them is my own experience working with the people. If you try to go to sleep early is the best. But then many people can't, like doctors, nurses, or the people who work in the certain shops, certain profession or certain job is not able to go to sleep early. And then like a mother for the children's also not able to go to sleep or sleep like smooth. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's good. Thanks for the inputs on that particular point. There are a couple more topics I would like to cover. I mean, as we age, I mean, people say that we need less sleep or we sleep less. So, I mean, does it mean as we age, do we need, our body needs same amount of sleep, or is it because of the insomnia we are not able to sleep?
Yes, and when we get older, yes, we need more sleep.
Okay, but people sleep less.
Yes, it's not good if we go to sleep less. No, we need to sleep more. And when we are young as like child, and then when we get in senior age, and then we need to sleep more hour than the average, like the adults. What happened in that when we are in the senior age, in our body, in the nature of our body, is predominant by the wind element, which is our body is light enough. For that reason, is we are not able to walking properly. Some people slowly, gradually. Our voice is not sort of like smooth, good. And also our mind is sort of like more changeable, and also cause of that our memory is losing. So all those kind of things we see the in our body, like the fire element, metabolic system sort of like declining. And if these cases we need more sleep, because it's to keep the nerve as healthy, because is what we explained is that the nerve is like road, and the lung, the wind element, is like passengers like traveling into that nerve. If your wind is not able to grounding, as it able to control, then that damage the nerves. So for that reason, once we get in senior age, it's very important sleeping well. For that reason, when we get is a senior age, is a diet is different than the middle-aged people's. We need to eat more nutrition food. It's a more like liquid or soft way, but it's more nutrition because it come down like the controlled all the access of the wind elements. And then for that reason also we need to sleep more. And then also it's very good more like oil therapies, like oil massage, any oil therapies. And also is when you get in certain age, it's also good to eat every day, like before the breakfast, eat like the 1 teaspoon of the ghee. Every morning you use like 1 teaspoon of the ghee before the breakfast, so that helps to body oil like the smooth.
Okay, gotcha. And I mean, you brought in one point about the memory loss and all those things. I mean, I heard, insomnia may lead to the Alzheimer's or dementia. Is there any link between insomnia and the Alzheimer's?
Yes, if that goes long term, and then in our body, like it develops a lot of this rough, light, sharp energies in our body, which means is always we get angry, we always nervousness, we always sort of like rough character. Even as very simple things makes us angry. That means is in our body we have a lot of light, rough, sharp energies in our body, which means is like wind element is access. That wind element access is number one. What they do is like dry all the bodily constituents, like that the decline, cause to decline all the bodily constituents. Second, what happened is the body cooling down to killing all the metabolic systems. These two cause of these two, then in our brain also losing all the lubrications, like the soft, like the liquid part, and it became like solid. And then that case then is a sense nerve, certain things like the brain does not responding. And then to talking all things is like a big topic, but is simply, yes, definitely cause lack of the sleep, can cause Alzheimer, can cause heart disease, can cause nerve disease, and also changing characteristic of the person. And that also brings a lot of problems in the daily life.
Got it. Thank you very much for clarifying on the point. And on the last point, I know we have many other points to be covered. We will cover on the next time. Sleep apnea and stress, some of the things we'll cover in the next time. One last topic I would like to conclude today is the sleep, importance of sleep for the children. The school going from elementary to high school children. How does it affect them? Nowadays, with a lot of homework and activities, they hardly get 6 hours to 7 hours sleep. So is it enough for them, or what do you think of what kind of effects they may have in the long term?
In the children, yes, it's like the children also need to sleep well, because it's the reason. In generally, when we say it's like the three age different, like the childhood, middle age, and the senior age. Like childhood is more like earth and the water predominate, and the middle age is more fire predominate, and then the senior age is more like the wind predominate, which means it's three different energies. Even though that the childhood is more like earth and the water element predominate, means is more calm, peace, heavy, cooling natures, but still the children need to grow up, need to develop the body. For that reason is also children need to relaxing a lot during the sleeping time. When we're looking for a child, during the sleep time is that the best time to grow up. So if you don't sleep during the night time, not enough sleep, and then that can cause also like that the healthy growth. Healthy growth means it's like the physical growth and the mental growth. So and then that can affect to our children's like the physical growth and the mental growth. For that reason is a children time, even though the element predominance of the earth and the water element, which means it's a generally calm, peace, heavy, because it compared with the children and then senior age, children is more tolerant than the senior age, ideally. Today sometimes it doesn't responding well, but is children is more like a tolerance than the senior age. Senior age more easy to get angry than the children. Because why? Because it's just senior age is more like that the wind element predominance, and then child is like more like the which we call pagan, like the earth and the water element. Even though it's a child is more earth and water element, but still it's not grown up yet. not fully body and then physical and the mental is developed yet energy level. So for that reason, they important also sleeps.
Gotcha.
And then
Okay.
yes,
Thank
today
you.
there's a lot of like the homeworks and then internet and then all those I think causing a lot of less sleep for the children's.
Yeah, with all these activities, I mean, I don't think many children are getting enough sleep. I mean, what they are saying, recommended sleep is like around 9 hours sleep. I don't think many of them are not getting it.
No, yeah.
Not, I mean, like we probably will catch up, or we need to work out a way. I mean, schedule that way, such a way that they can have enough sleep, so that their body and mind can grow. Thank you very much for the inputs. Do you have anything else to add for the topic today for the sleeping? I mean, for healthy sleeping, or solving the remedies for the insomnia. You have given a lot of good inputs today. Like, I mean. Wine is one thing, milk is one thing, with the teas and the diet, with all these things. I mean, you suggested people to, and also the physical therapy like massage or a water feed therapy. If they cannot get to the massage therapy, at least they can do the simple feed therapy by themselves, or water treatment to fall asleep, which are good points today. Anything else you would like to add, Doctor?
Yeah, now there's not so much things to adding new things, but I think is if you have like a sleeping problem, especially like beginnings, I really recommend you try to natural therapies by yourself, changing a little bit of your diet behavior, changing a little bit of the way of your breathing, and do the oil therapy, not the water therapy, but it's oil therapy. So you wash the feet, warm up, and then put the oils. So this is really very effective. My own experience working with the people. And then once nothing can help, then maybe you can take some pills, but as pills is not put as the first option. First option, you try to use something, your own nature things. So I think that will be more effective and less side effects. And then also don't have to deal with the rest of the life. That's I want to say. And they go to sleep early and the changing diet behave.
Thank you very much, Doctor, and have a nice evening. We'll catch up again.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to all the listeners, and have a nice rest of the day.
Thank you.